طيب خليني أراجع على الشابتر أحسن. احنا بنتكلم على market economic system. احنا قلنا إنه أنا عندي the economic systems. Why do we study them? And قلنا since at the very first beginning we have scarce resources, accordingly and the governments will have to select economic systems in order to be able to allocate the resources. يبقى أنا عندي wants are unlimited, where resources are limited, so I will have to find a way in which to find out how to use the resources that I am having to satisfy as many wants as possible. For some economies they decide to do market economic system. يعني is market economic system يعني all the resources in the country are in the hands and in the control of the private sector. يبقى businesses are owned by individuals like you. They are aiming for profit. There is little government intervention. This is the definition of a private sector, okay, which the firms which in a market economic system we're having all operating in a market in a private sector. طيب قلنا هنا in the market economic system what will allocate the resources? What will allocate the resources is the forces of demand and supply. طب يعني ايه what will allocate the resources? What will decide resources دي I will use them to produce tomatoes ولا oranges? How can I decide whether I have a piece of land, should I grow tomatoes ولا should I grow oranges? But then the forces of supply and demand is the one that will determine whether I will be producing tomatoes or oranges. How, yeah, miss? Because I want I want to be profitable. My business wants to be profitable. So I want to maximize my profits. So the product that is more expensive will be the one that I will be allocating. لأنه more expensive, then I'll be able more expensive to sell. Okay, the product that is having a market price that is high is the product that I will be producing. I will allocate my land, labor, capital, enterprise to produce that product. طب why? لأنه its price is high. يبقى a product that is highly demanded, will have increased price. If it's increased price, then Anna, to produce that, I will become profitable. So I will be allocating resources towards the product that is highly demanded عشان to be profitable and away from the products that are not demanded. A product that is less demanded, no one nowadays مثلا would you buy iPhone 4 if it's in the market? You wouldn't, it's not demanded. So resources will be allocated away from that product. Land labor capital enterprise will no longer be used to produce iPhone 4. They'll be producing the new versions or new models that are demanded by people. Yeah, but this is one side of the coin. If the product is highly demanded, then its price will increase. Then the producers will be allocating resources to produce that product. Another thing is that إنه هو كمان إنه prices بقى, how are the prices؟ يعني برضه market economic system, it's influencing the prices. How is it so? A product that is highly supplied, a product that is having high supply, يعني it's available in the country, widely available. Okay, a lot of small producers competing to produce such kind of product. In this situation, the product is available in abundance of supply, large quantities. Product that is having a large quantity will be having lower price. Okay, and the producers will go away from the production of that product. يبقى كنت بيتكلم على demand. A product that is demanded will have a high price, accordingly producers would want to produce that. A product that is highly supplied, available in large quantities, will have a low price, and then the resources will switch away from that product. Okay? يبقى وكمان a product that is not demanded will not be a product that is not produced. واتفقنا انه this is shown as curves like this. And if there is high demand on a product, اهو high demand on that product, the price أول step is that there is higher demand, a shift in the curve to the right. Anything that is highly demanded will have a higher price. يبقى this is step number 2. What will I write to the examiner? A product which is highly demanded will have a high price. So the suppliers will allocate resources to produce that kind of product. Supply will expand. Well, the opposite is true. A product that is less demanded will have a low price, and accordingly supply will contract. Okay? Which products to be produced? The products that are highly demanded and not the products that are less demanded. This is how لو السؤال أن أنت بتحكي في إيه يا مس؟ how resources are allocated in the private sector. يبقى لما الاكزامينر يا عمر يا وليد انت ويا ريان وعمرو اللي مش فاتحين الكاميراز وكابتن علي، هحاول اقول كل حد باسمه، يلا يا شباب. So السؤال ده اللي أنا كنت بجاوبه what did I answer? What was I discussing? I was discussing what are the factors that will أو how مش what are the factors how the resources will be allocated in a market economic system. How are the resources allocated in a market economic system, or how prices are determined in a market economic system. يبقى ده أو ده نفس الإجابة. Clear? Chinese ولا ماشي حالكم؟ no action no reaction مع نفسي.
فاهمين مش فاهمين؟
فاهمين مش
In a market economic system اتفقنا قبل كده ان في competition. What is the feature of a market economic system? What do you see in a market economic system? I see a lot of producers. They are small ones and they are producing similar products. تمام؟ A lot of producers similar to each other, producing things that are similar to each other. None of them is a price maker. And none of them is producing مفيش branding. There is no brands in the market economic system. That theoretically a pure market economic system هي الكلام اللي أنا بقوله دوت. They are selling identical products. A lot of producers selling identical products. These products are not differentiated, and these are small producers. None of them is large enough to influence market price. All of them are price makers, takers. They will take the price that is determined by the forces of supply and demand. طب unlike what يا miss? Unlike لما يكون عندي monopolistic market. Monopolistic market يعني one firm is available in the market. One firm is the only producer of a certain kind of product. And in this situation, it will have a competitive advantage over others. And it can charge high prices لأنه there is no other alternatives for people. No other alternatives. Okay, بس هنا in this market economic system لا ده أنا بقول لك they are producing similar products. There are a lot of alternatives. Like what, for example, I can say like fruits. Like مثلا if a farm is producing أو farms producing fruits. نعم يا من حد بيكلمني؟ Farms that are producing fruits, the farms that are producing certain type of fruit, a lot of them could be there and they are selling similar products. مفيش branding في fruits. It's mangoes. Okay, فما فيهاش branding. كلهم producing a similar product. طيب, that's a pure market economic system. يعني pure دي يعني in real life does it exist? لا, in real life doesn't exist. Okay, يعني احنا we are close to a market economic system بس pure يعني أصل pure market economic system كمان معناها إيه؟ معناها إن there is no government intervention whatsoever. One of the features of a pure market economic system is the absence of the government intervention. هل في دولة على وجه الأرض عندها absence of government intervention? The government is not intervening. ما فيش دور بتعمله government. يعني they are not passing laws. They are not charging taxes. They are not having public schools and public hospitals. ولا in most of the countries اللي أنا بقوله ده موجود. In most of the countries we're having governments that are charging taxes. Huh? Yes. So in
yes.
this situation, pure market economic system is just a theory. A theoretical thing. We study it from يعني theoretical point of view. لكن from practical point of view أو real life إنه we are closer. Countries that are announcing that their market economic system, they are the closest to the pure market economic system. Okay. طيب. What are the features of that market economic system? What do you see? And what are the advantages? Advantages is that for the consumer هنا بقى, this is an advantage for the consumer, there will be a greater choice. يبقى احنا بنتكلم على a market that has got a lot of producers. a lot of producers producing similar products, but there will be a lot of choices in front of consumers. لأنه each and every they know that there is competition. For each and every producer may try to produce something that is different than others, may try to create a competitive advantage for his product rather than others. فهنا they will be having more choices. يعني for example, if I am saying and the market for mobile phones is competitive, okay, you will find that the consumers in that market are having more choices. Okay, more choices in front in the sense of what? In the sense of مثلا بتكلم على mobile that is a small size, large size, that is a color, different colors مثلا, different weight and so on. Different options inside the mobile. Then in this situation, all of them, they are selling mobile phones. A lot of small producers selling similar products. So accordingly, each and every one will be afraid to lose his customers to a competitor. So he keeps on researching and developing products that will hope that this will please customers and attract their attention to his business. Type. We said that consumers are said to be sovereign. What is the meaning of sovereign? يعني they have the power to decide what to be produced. لأنه أنا كproducer, I will not produce something that is based on my beliefs or based on my likes and dislikes. ما هو maybe for example إن أنا I like to produce a donut that is salty, not sweet. This is my likes, this is my preferences. So will that work out? Well, it's not working out for consumers. Yeah, Mrs. Rahab, she wants to produce a salty donut. Is this the thing that is wanted by people?
No.
If it's not wanted by people, then I will fail. طيب, okay, يبقى أنا I know that I will fail if I am doing the thing that is desirable by me, that I like it. I have to do what? I have to find out, research. I have to do research in order to find out what are the things that are liked the most by consumers. Then in this situation, I'll be able to know what are the products to produce and what are the products not to produce. I will be producing based on what? Not based on my preferences, not based on the things that I want to do. I am producing based on what is wanted by consumers. If I'm producing more of product X, this is because consumers, they like that kind of product. If I do it for them. Okay. Or else I will fail. يبقى consumers are said to be sovereign. This is a benefit for consumers. What is that? A product that is wanted by consumers and they like it. This is the one that will be produced. لأنه wanted by consumers يعني demanded, يعني it will have a high price. Then my profit markups will increase. Consumers كمان will benefit from low prices. طب how they will benefit again? There is a lot of competition. I am afraid to lose my customers to a competing business. So I'll be doing what? I will be producing quality product. خلاص عشان consumers they like the quality products. This is one story. Another story. A different story is that I will try to be as efficient as possible. Why efficient? يعني I will try to have educated labor, skilled laborers, or I will replace laborers with machines, or I will try to find a cheaper supplier, and so on. Okay, why? Why am I doing this? I am doing this because I want to reduce my cost. طب why reduce the cost? عشان if I am reducing my cost, then I can charge lower prices. Okay, which can give me competitive advantage over others. Consumers would like to buy from my business and not from the competitors. So why they would like to buy from my business rather than because they will save money. Oh, this is احنا الراشونال بتاع consumers بيقول ان احنا we want to save money. يعني هل انتوا مثلا would you rather prefer to buy a product that is expensive ولا cheap provided that the quality is the same? I have two products, one that is cheap and the other one that is expensive and the quality is similar. Which one you will buy? Same quality, but different prices. You buy the expensive one or the cheap one? the sheep one. بس هي من اللي بتجاوب عليا والباقيين لا. So that's the point. إنه أنا كconsumer I want what is the things that I demand, what are the things that will drive me to produce, to buy. I am driven to buy the products that are of high quality, the products that are of low price, and the products that are giving me greater choices, greater options. فهنا if I am capable of becoming efficient, I referring to the company. If my company is capable of becoming efficient, okay, then they'll be able to reduce their cost of production. Then they will be able to charge lower prices. Then they will be able to attract customers. Win-win situation for the company and for the consumers. Okay. Now, what will happen to the business that is having high prices? The business that is having high prices or its prices are higher than others, it will be driven out of the market. People will stop buying from it. And thus it will fail. The more successful a firm is in keeping its cost low, the more it targets the desired consumers, the more efficient it is said to be. Actual competition occurs when there are rival firms in the industry. Rival competition occurs when it's easy for a firm to enter or leave the industry. Actual competition when there are rivals in the industry. Okay, يبقى هنا there are rivals in the industry. This is actual competition. Rival competition occurs when it's easy for firms to enter and leave the market. Okay, يبقى if it's a competitive market, I will be having rival competition. Rival جاي من كلمة rival، يعني جاي من كلمة إنه the other business that is similar to mine but competing with me. فهنا market economic systems, they allow actually easy, and one of the features of market economic system is that easy entrance and easy exit out of the market. Any firm can go and join. Another thing is that يبقى دي اسمها rival efficiency. Efficiency is encouraged. يبقى أنا كmarket economic system I am encouraging efficiency. Again, why I'm encouraging efficiency? Because I want to lower my average cost. If my average cost is not lowered, then my prices will be high. And I don't want to do this. I'll be losing competitive advantage if my prices are high. People will not buy from me and buy from the competitors with cheaper prices. يبقى efficiency is encouraged as entrepreneurs and workers who respond to market signals are rewarded, and those who do not respond will not be rewarded. يبقى يعني for example, I will tell you what, during the COVID-19, okay, and if that lasted for a long period of time, a lot of teachers were capable of switching to provide sessions online. Time. Okay, a teacher that did not provide sessions online at that time lost its job. If it's a private teacher that does not do that, it lost its competitiveness. You have to become efficient and respond to market changes. Okay, a business that is مثلا let's imagine a product like electrical cars is highly trendy and it is highly wanted by people. If the business does not respond to stop production of the oil-operated cars, and if they don't stop that, then they will lose a lot of market opportunities. I want them to stop production of cars that is operated by fuel and switch to produce cars that is operated by electricity. If they delay the switch, then they will be losing market opportunity. Clear? طب نفس الكلام على الworkers who have got the skills needed for the new jobs that will be opened will be the ones that are employed and will be the ones that are earning income. So if you don't have the required skills, then it's a problem. you will not be able to be employed. Less demand on your services and you will get unemployed. يبقى those who are efficient with the required skills will be rewarded, will be having bonuses, will be having extra pay, and so on. طيب يبقى في carrot and stick انه if you are as an entrepreneur you are efficient, you will charge lower prices, consumers will be interested to buy from you and not from the expensive competitors. If you are a worker, you become efficient, you become trained, you improve your skills so that you'll be finding a chance to get employed. Okay. If you are quick to pick on changes in consumer demand, you are likely to earn more profits. هتاخد the first mover advantage. You are the first one to enter the market with a product that is wanted by people. So in this situation, you can charge a very high price until competition enters. Okay? Yeah, but you're earning very high profits at the beginning if you are introducing a product that is not produced by rival companies, if you're responding to the changes on a timely manner. This gives them an incentive to innovate and expand. On the other hand, those who do not respond to changes will make losses. وقلت كمان فانا المرة فاتت إن Nokia is an example, أو BlackBerry is another example. Kodak is a third example. They did not respond to changes in the market demand. Kodak, for example, failed to change from the regular cameras to the digital ones. For people, the technology is there, Kodak is not doing, then they will switch to buy from a competing business. But if you don't respond, even if you respond afterwards, you lost your customers. It will be hard for you to regain them again. This is what happened with Nokia. They lost the market share for some time, and it is hard for them to attract the same number of customers again and become a market leader. So if you are not responding to changes in the market on a timely manner, others will be responding. So people will be buying from the others and not you, so your business will fail. If we want to avoid failure, you have to respond to the changes in market needs on a timely manner. Workers, including their chance of earning high wages by developing those skills which are in high demand. If I'm a worker, I have a chance of developing my skills, of learning things that are wanted in the labor market. Accordingly, if I am planning to work hard, accept more responsibilities, and being willing to change their nature. Okay, يبقى those with the skills that are wanted. يعني ايه with the skills that are wanted? Again, let's take the car example. And now more and more consumers are demanding electrical cars and switching away from the cars operated by petroleum. And in this situation, those workers that can produce electrical cars will be in high demand. Accordingly, they will be highly employable, and they will be having higher they will be highly demanded, and they will be employed, and they will be rewarded for that. If you keep on not improving your skills and just produce the product that is out of date or obsolete or not wanted by people, then in this situation you not have high pay and high profits. Okay, again, they are what workers, they workers, يعني in a market economic system, there is those who are in a market economic system, those who are accepting extra responsibility and willing to change their nature and place of work. يعني they are occupationally mobile and they are geographically mobile, then they will be highly rewarded again. They will have higher earnings. يعني let's imagine in a very remote area in your home country there is a job vacancy. If you go and take the vacancy, if you go and accept taking the vacancy in the very far area, فهنا in this situation, you will be highly rewarded because you're taking a vacancy away from your local residents. Okay, if you are taking responsibilities and you are taking into consideration you're taking more responsibilities and being willing to change their nature and place of work, and it doesn't matter where to work and stay. Oh, come on, this is important. It's important because they will be paid higher wages. A better responsibility, you take extra, you're capable of taking extra responsibility, you're capable of developing your skills, then you will be highly paid. I'll skip the private and public sector, you know it by now. لكن أنا هتكلم على advantages of the market economic system, which is again repetition of what we have said. The advantages is that consumers are having what is wanted being produced. And consumers are sovereign. يعني sovereign, they will be getting the sovereign, they will be يعني the products that is produced based on the wants of people. يبقى responsiveness to changes in consumer demand. This is an advantage. Advantage to mean to the business could be because he will be having higher profits to the consumers as well because they are having a greater choice for the products that they will be buying. Demand are quickly, the resources are quickly changed to reflect the changes in the consumer demand. يبقى هنا a market economic system, they are following up on the wants and needs of consumers, and they know what is in high demand, and they will go and get the inventories to produce that kind of product. That's the point. They are changing resources quickly to produce what is good. In the market economic system, قلنا إنه the forces, how the prices are being allocated. Prices are being allocated based on the price mechanism or based on the forces of supply and demand. يبقى price mechanism is which provides information on the products that are increased demand and which products are falling. Accordingly, أنا business, if I know the products that are having increased demand, so increased demand that they will be having higher wages, lower wages, price mechanism which provides information on the products are necessary in increase in demand, which produces increase in demand and which products are falling in demand. Yes. يبقى هنا we do market research as well in order to find out information about what is highly demanded and what is not demanded or what is highly supplied, so that producers be able to respond to that price mechanism or to that changes in the market. يبقى resources quickly change. How could you quickly change the resources? Because I already know what is wanted. I already done my market research. It provides incentives for resources to move in response to changes in demand. As I told you, مثلا oranges are more demanded than bananas, then the resources will be switching to produce more of oranges. Land per capita enterprise will be switching to do that. يبقى هنا this will allow more profits to the businesses, and this will allow laborers as well to have good pay. يبقى wages will be rising in the products in the firms that is producing the products that is wanted by people. لأنه ليه wages will be rising؟ لأنه there will be a higher demand for their skills than before. Questions so far يا شباب؟ Any questions؟
No. No, ماشي.
Again, it's the opposite of what we've mentioned. And احنا قلنا those who are highly responsive to the changes in the market. So انت كproducer, you're producing the things that is wanted by people, so you will be able to become more profitable. So انت the worker, you are producing what is wanted by people, then you will be having you're producing the things that is wanted by people, then you will be having high sales revenue and profits. And the opposite is true. Rewarded if you are producing the things that are wanted by people, and penalized when you are producing things that are not wanted by people. يبقى if you're not making the best use of the resources that you're having, then it's a problem. طيب again punishment بقى. Those who are not improving their skills, those who are not responding to the changes in the market demand will be punished, will go out of business. يعني let's imagine what is wanted is a smartphones, and I keep on producing the basic phones, then another business will be responding, for then people will buy from the other business and not mine, so I will be having to bankrupt. Okay? يبقى if I am not producing the things that are wanted by people, I am not producing them, then what will happen? Consumers will buy from competitors. If they're buying from competitors, my sales revenue and profits will drop. I may make, yeah, the end result may be the business will be making losses. ممكن يكون كمان. يبقى you're not doing that, then but you are being punished. There is only a greater choice, فأنا مش هتكلم فيها تاني. There is a greater choice and quality may be high as well. But one of the advantages of market economic system is the quality is high. Again, each and every producer are afraid that consumers do not like their products. They are afraid of such kind of thing. Okay? In this situation, أو مثلا they switch to buy products from the competitor. I have to give a competitive advantage. How is it so? By introducing, by ensuring that the quality is high. يبقى I am afraid that I will lose customers to the competitors, then I will work hard in order to differentiate my product over others. طب how? Via non-price competition. يعني إيه non-price competition؟ يعني monopoly between them. Okay. Rise in the quality of the product made. If you are rising the quality, then consumers will buy from you in order to, you're the only one that is having this high quality. If not, if you're not producing, if you're producing similar products, then if your quality is lower than the others come in, then it's a problem. يبقى you try to improve the efficiency in order to improve the quality, which will attract products and attract people. But what are the disadvantages of a market economic system? And the consumers and the private sector firms may only take into account costs and benefits to themselves, ignore the benefits and costs to others. اللي هو إيه, for example, as I told you, this is a cigarette producer. This is Marlboro company. When it's taking into consideration, it's taking the cost of tobacco, the cost of raw materials, the cost of labor, the cost of land, the cost of whatever, direct cost. They are doing the direct cost, calculating the direct cost. طيب, they are calculating the direct revenue as well. The revenue of Marlboro company is the money they earn from selling Marlboro. Did they take into consideration بقى the damage they are causing to the health of the others? Did they take into consideration paying taxes to the government? Did they take into consideration يبقى هنا they did not take into consideration the pollution that they are causing to others. They are not taking into consideration any other harm. They're not taking any consideration any harm they are causing to the local community. فهنا they are charging a price that is lower than should be. يبقى أنا مش حاطة الكوست بتاعي كله، أنا حاطة الكوست part of the cost. طيب ما هو الكوست كله ال total cost of the business could be an internal cost, correct, plus external cost. What is the difference between internal cost and external cost? The internal cost, this is my cost, as I told you, cost of wage, cost of rent, cost of كذا. لكن the external cost, this is the cost that I am composing, or that I am imposing on the rest of the cost that I am imposing on the rest of the society. زي ايه pollution. طيب يبقى هنا in this situation if I am taking part يبقى cost private cost مثلا let's imagine private cost is 500,000 whereas there is external cost 200,000. If the private cost is 300,000 and the external cost is another 200,000, then the price of the prices charged مثلا could be the prices that I have to cover لازم تكون 500 plus 200 700,000. المفروض ان انا احسب my total cost ان هو 700,000. I'm not doing this. I'm not calculating the total cost for me and for the society. I'm just calculating my personal cost, my individual cost in my firm. It's way lower than the others. هنا I will take into consideration the cost is 500 and instead if I am efficient I will have to calculate it as 700. Then I am charging prices that are less than should be. Then consumption is greater than what should be. دايما مش احنا عارفين ان prices are reduced. If there is a lower price, what will happen? People will demand more. But if cigarettes are less expensive, people will demand less. Okay? يبقى consumers and private sector firms may only take into account the costs and benefits to themselves and ignore the cost and benefit to the society. يعني for example بقى consumer ايه بقى ازاي ايه الموضوع؟ He is going to take into account the cost of buying the cigarettes. $10, let's imagine. He's not taking into account the cost that he is causing to his neighbor as a result of inhaling this kind of cigarette. Okay? يبقى كمان أنا if I am consuming I don't care about the pollution I'm causing to others. I don't care. I only care about the cost that I will be paying for that pack of cigarette. فهنا I am over consuming لأنه هيطلع ال pack of cigarette cheaper than it should be. Clear?
Clear مثلا.
يعني المفروض مثلا if the market price is that the cigarettes is $10 in the market price المفروض لا الحقيقي المفروض ان احنا we should charge $30. طب منين يا مس ال 20 difference دول؟ ال 20 difference دول is an estimation of the cost that they are causing to others. I'm causing health problems to others. They will get medicated. I'm causing property damage of the fumes that are coming مش عارفة ايه. I'm causing littering. I'm causing whatever. But there are a lot of externalities that are there. Okay, فبس ايه يبقى هنا if I am to take all the externalities into consideration when charging a price cost that I'm causing to others, then the price of the pack of cigarette هيكون $30. Okay, whilst now, however, it is earning only $10. يبقى a pack of cigarette will sell only for $10, whereas if the calculation is correct, it should have been sold for $30. طيب it is selling for less, then the demand is higher than should be. But that's not good. Okay? Questions? Type another market failure احنا بنتكلم على ايه يا شباب؟ احنا بنتكلم على market failure. خليني الاول اقول لكم what is the meaning of market failure. Market failure معناها when the forces of supply and demand they fail to allocate the resources to produce what is wanted by people. يبقى if I'm producing a product that is not wanted by people, then this is a market failure. If I am producing cars that are operating by gasoline and not by electricity, then I'm having market failure. يبقى market failure has got to do with allocating the resources to produce what is wanted by people in the right quantity. يعني people they want 10 items, don't produce 5 items. This is not the right quantity. The right quantity, the quantity supplied should be equal to the quantity demanded. So don't produce less than what is wanted by people. You should produce the right quantity, okay, at the lowest possible price. You have to charge a price that is the lowest. Why? Because you're efficient. You have to be efficient, and thus you'll be able to charge the lowest price possible. يبقى market failure is what? When the forces of supply and demand producers, they fail to produce what is wanted by people in the right quantity. Okay? Okay, in they are not producing what is wanted and not producing what is in the right quantity. But this is a market failure. طيب يبقى أنا market failure قلنا it has got to do with the product that is wanted. It has got to do with the quantity as well at the lowest possible price. فهنا this is a market failure because this is not the lowest possible price. If pollution is there, yes, this price of pack of cigarette could be 10, but however, this is كمان I am charging a price that is not the correct one. Okay? The market dominated by firms, again another market failure اهو. Market dominated by few firms أو by one firm أو monopoly. A market that is a monopoly. Monopoly and you are the only producer and selling in that. You are the only selling and producing in that market. But this is a market failure. You are a monopoly. So you charge very high prices, higher than what can people afford. Okay? يبقى هنا a monopoly or a market that is dominated by a few firms or only one firm. This is a problem. Why it's a problem? لأن هم they will be complacent. يعني إيه complacent? They will not research and develop new products. This is number one. The quality. فريدة. Okay. They're not producing they are not producing high quality. I'm complacent. Why would I give you good quality if you are going to buy from me anyways? يعني if the quality is poor, you don't have an alternative. The quality is good, you don't have an alternative. Then I will give you poor quality. Why bother myself and give you high quality where you don't have an alternative? I am not afraid of losing you as a customer. I'm not afraid. I am the only seller in the market. Okay, even I will charge high prices, no problem. I will be complacent. I will not be efficient when I am producing. I don't care if my cost is high. Anyway, I will charge consumers a higher price than the cost. Okay, ليه؟ لأنه ما عندوش alternative. I am not afraid. فهنا it's a market failure. They are not producing what is wanted by people in the right quantity, not the right quality. And what is wanted by people is not being produced in the right quantity. This is and in the lowest possible price. كمان مشكلة بتاعت monopoly إنه it's not the lowest possible price. They are complacent. They don't do any changes to improve the performance of the business and try to cut the cost further. Okay? يبقى this is inefficiency. This is a market failure. طيب عندي كمان geographical and geographical immobility. It's not a failure for the business. يا جماعة market failure is not a concept that is related to failure to the business. The business is not market failure is not a business that is making a loss. يا شباب market failure is not a business that is making a loss. Okay? It is a failure إنه It's not the market. يا حبيبتي this is one individual. مش عارفه حبيبتي ولا حبيبي مين اللي بيكلمني. انه this is one individual. We are not talking about it's a market. يعني all the businesses that are available. market يعني ايه؟ market يعني ده عمر. اوكي يا عمر الماركت يعني ايه يا عمر؟ الماركت يعني where the consumers and producers they get together. Consumer market يعني consumers and producers they get together to exchange products. Okay? الماركت is not a business that is selling profitably. انت الكلام بتاعك what I infer من كلامك يا عمر انه عمر وليد انه market failure يعني as if business failure. No, I'm not talking a business that is failing. These are not businesses that are failing. بالعكس ده المونوبولي is making huge profits. السيتويشن بتاعت هو is complacent ومش هيغير الكواليتي ويعني عارف اللي هو ايه يخبطوا دماغه في الحيط. انا مش هغير الكواليتي. Okay, I will not research and develop new products. I will not reduce my price. وانتوا كده 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 you will buy from me and I will make very high profits. Okay, this is a business that is talking a manager. Okay, this is a manager of the business that is talking. I'm not talking about one business failing. Okay, it's not a business that is failing. It's a business that is exploiting the situation and not the whole market, the system of exchange of goods and services between the producer and the consumer. This system fails. هي market failure معناها كده. This system fails لأنه هي الماركت عبارة عن two sides. It's the consumers and the producers. And المفروض إن هو أنا في الماركت economic system the producers are there to serve the consumers. I have to produce what is wanted by people in the right quantity and the lowest possible price عشان أبقى أنا مش failing. أنا وظيفتي كproducer in that market to produce what is wanted by people. Okay, in the right quantity that is wanted by people at the lowest possible price. ففي المونوبولي أنا اللي مديهم that what is wanted. أنا I will cannot care about giving them quality product وأنا مديهم the lowest possible price. يبقى I'm not serving them. I'm serving myself. I'm becoming profitable. بس هما الكونسيومرز زي اللي هو إيه طز فيكم. كأنه كده هو الاتيتيود بتاع المونوبولي طز فيكم. You don't have any other alternative. هتيجوا تشتروا مني وانتوا ساكتين زي الحلوين. مش عارفة وصلت ولا لأ. So it has got to do forces of supply and demand, allocating resources we don't waste in an efficient market. You are reducing your waste. لكن in a monopoly there is high waste. عادي. خلي الworkers يعملوا mistakes وخلينا to discard raw materials and we will throw them away. والcost بتاع these raw materials that got thrown away, the consumer will pay for it. I will charge higher prices to cover that extra cost that I'm incurring. وخلي consumers يدفع ما فيش مشكلة. هو هيدفع عشان ما عندوش alternative. طب ما كده you're not serving the consumer. This is not serving the market well. You are causing a lot of waste and this is a market failure. وصلت يا عمر ولا لأ؟ It's not one business that is failing. It is the system. Market system is failing. I'm not producing what is wanted by people, okay, in the right quantity and the lowest possible price. يبقى الديفينيشن ده المونوبولي ما بيعملوش. طيب الديفينيشن اللي انا بقوله ده المونوبولي ما بيعملوش. برضه ما هو نفس الكلام على خلينا نتكلم على السيجرتس بروديوسر. ما هو انت كده you are selling cigarettes more than should be. Okay? You are not charging the correct price. In the cigarette producer, he's not charging the correct price. And this may not be the lowest. This is not the lowest price possible. Okay? This is not the lowest price possible. لأنه أنت you are ignoring certain costs. This price is not right. Accordingly برضه في market failure. هنا the products are overproduced and overconsumed. This is not the right quantity. This is not the right quantity that should prevail in the market. This is excess. This is a quantity that is in excess than what should have been in the market. So it's a market failure as well. Type geographical immobility, occupational immobility. Let's imagine that I am a teacher and there is a good opportunity in another city in the country, another city that might give me triple the pay that I am having. But I don't know about it. I don't know that there is an opportunity, such an opportunity existing. I don't know about. بس let's imagine others they do know about. يعني عايز يقول ايه؟ ان احنا بنعمل فلاش باك. انا I don't know about it بس later on I will discover ايه ده كان في opportunity هناك بقى انا ما لحقتهاش. فهنا this is occupational this is geographical immobility. Why geographical immobility? Because actually بتكلم على lack of knowledge. اسف انا بتكلم على lack of knowledge which is a market failure. برضو موجودة آخر واحدة يمكن. It is written بس مش عارفة written فين. It's not written in your notes بس however it is a market failure which is what يمكن موجودة في الشابتر اللي بعده ولا حاجة. يمكن موجودة في الشابتر اللي بعده يا شباب. اللي هو ايه؟ اللي هو لأنه this chapter will revisit again the topics will revisit again. اللي هو أنا بتكلم دلوقتي مش على geographical و occupational immobility أو والله lack of knowledge كمان is a factor that will lead to immobility. عموما يعني انه lack of knowledge is a market failure. Lack of knowledge of other job opportunities that prevail for workers. Lack of knowledge about for the producer مثلا about مثلا a cheaper supplier that exists elsewhere. Lack of knowledge for the consumers about a cheaper business that is selling the product wanted by them elsewhere. فانت your lack of knowledge will make you buy products that may not be desirable by you. May not be the best option for you. فهنا this is a market failure. You're not buying the right quantity or the right quality, and the consumers are not getting the right jobs for themselves. طيب comes geographical and occupational immobility. Let's imagine I am not geographically mobile. I have family ties. I don't want to disrupt the children's education and things of the like. I am not geographically mobile. طب this means what? This means that there might be a job opportunity in another town and I am unemployed. يبقى I'm living downtown and there is in another city a job opportunity, but I do have geographical immobility, so I will not go and will prefer to stay unemployed. But this is another market failure. يبقى هنا another market failure because you're not responding to the to produce what is wanted by people. In another city, there is high demand for a particular product. That's why there is high demand for the labor that are producing that kind of thing. But labor اللي عندنا are not having geographical immobility. They don't want to move to and live in another country. So that's a market failure. Occupational immobility as such. And the workers اللي عندي are not flexible. They're not well trained. And there might be job opportunities that are available, but their skills do not suit these. فيفضل عندي market failure as the people are not employed, and as what is wanted by consumers is not produced because we cannot find enough labor to produce. What is wanted by people is not produced. Clear? فدوت it's a market failure. Okay, I told you some products are not done to the consumers and not produced to consumers because they are hard to exclude non-payers. يعني again, for example, what if I am talking about the absence of government intervention. احنا بنقول pure market economy ما فيهاش government whatsoever. بس ما فيش حاجة اسمها كده في real life. بس خلينا ناخد الايه theoretical. In the absence of the government intervention, defense will not be provided. Why defense will not be provided? Because I cannot collect أنا private business, I cannot charge people for defense. ليه؟ لأنه if let's imagine that half of the population paid for the defense services and the other half did not pay. I cannot exclude. Once I do the service, once I defend the country, I am defending those who paid and those who did not pay. If I'm talking about the defense, I'm talking about the army, they are defending the country, then مش هينفع يقولوا مثلا لإسرائيل okay, you can go and invade this particular street in Duqi because people did not pay for the army. Like in the rest of the country, you cannot invade. You cannot do such kind of thing. I cannot exclude payers from non-payers. Cannot distinguish between them. Who paid, who did not pay. Because of what? Because the system, because of the type of the product. Again, نفس الكلام قلت لكم عليه قبل كده. Street lighting. It's provided by the government with no charges. Why? Because it's hard to exclude payers from non-payers. Okay, I cannot stop people. If I am providing this service only for those who paid, I cannot lock people who did not pay in their homes so that they don't use the street at night. If they wish to use the street at night and they did not pay, no one can stop them. They can still use the street at night whilst the lights are turned on. وهنا this is a problem اسمها non-excludable. Non-excludable يعني you cannot exclude the payers from the non-payers, so it's a problem. But in this situation, in the absence of government intervention, these will not be provided. Mean these دول street lighting, police, defense, army, firefighters as well. حاجات زي كده. Full public services. I cannot exclude payers from non-payers. But this is a market failure if it's not provided. Advertising كمان will cause a market failure. Why advertising will cause a market failure? Because it will convince you to buy a product that you don't want. After buying the product, you will not actually be satisfied with your choice. Because that was based on the advertisement persuading you, but not based on your knowledge. ففي lack of knowledge. Lack of information is an example of market failure, as I told you. هي مكتوبة هنا. هو مكتوبة برضه somewhere in the notes in another chat. Lack of knowledge. So أنا consumer lack of knowledge about what? Lack of knowledge about another supply, another producer for the same product. Listen, that is in China. If I buy from the local product that is more expensive than the Chinese one. يبقى هنا remember market failure is what? Forces of supply and demand. They fail to allocate. They fail to produce what is wanted by people in the right quantity and the lowest price possible. هنا in the case of advertisement, I bought the product at a high price. I did not buy it at the lowest price possible because I didn't know about the existence of another business that is selling the same product at a lower price. Am I clear?
Yes, miss.
The market forces may result in uneven distribution of income. How is it so? Some people are very rich and some people are very poor. Okay. And the rich will become richer. Why the rich will become richer? The rich will become richer because they have money, enough money, in order to educate their sons, in order to provide better health care for themselves and for their children, in order for them to have a PhD مثلا. I'm بتكلم على adults. In order to have a PhD, so they are improving their education, they are improving the education of their children along with the health care. An educated person is a highly productive person, and a healthy person is a highly productive, so his skills will be in high demand. Okay, so there will be high demand on their skills. So the rich who improve their skills, improve their health, will be in high demand, and they will be getting further extra wages and so on. With the rich, they have money, they will put it in the bank, they will earn interest rate to spend on these as well. But what about the poor? The poor cannot afford food, cannot afford shelter, cannot afford education. So the skills will be remaining the same, not improved, and the income will be remaining the same. Or even the income will deteriorate because they will become sick. If they are sick, they will be absent. So they will not be able to earn their living. Absent from work, so they will not be able to earn their living. Will difference that increases over time, as I told you. هنا market forces result in uneven distribution. Wealth people will get more resources and get more goods and كده. Where this income gap will keep on remaining because, as I told you, people are saving, the rich are saving money, earning interests, and they are capable of educating themselves. They are providing better health care. They are providing better home, shelter in order to protect their health and so on. So accordingly, their incomes will now is high and will remain to be high because they are having factors that will make them earn more money. Clear? But again, Anna, I did not explain anything new. This is where I stopped last time, and this is where I am here this time as well. allocative efficiency. I'll be explaining it next time inshallah, because even if I started I will not be able to end it. So أنا دلوقتي I reviewed with you the market economic system. I reviewed with you the part of the market failure. تاني يا شباب, the common mistake in the market failure is where a business is making losses. No, it's not a business that is making losses. It is the whole system where the suppliers and consumers, they interact together. This system fails. This system fails. يعني احنا we are failing to operate at the equilibrium point. products يا اما عندي excess demand, يا اما عندي excess supply, يا اما عندي products that are wanted by people are not produced at all, or products that are wanted are produced but at very high price, and so on. يبقى we fail to have equilibrium. Okay, we fail to allocate resources in order to produce what is wanted in the right quantity and the lowest price possible. اي حاجه against this statement, اي حاجه غير statement, يعني انا عشان الماركت ما يبقاش failing I have to produce what is wanted in the right quantity and the lowest price possible. If the opposite, then market failure, and the opposite will have a lot of reasons. Clear? اتمنى ان انتوا تذاكروا دوت before the coming session. Okay يا شباب, any questions before I leave?
Miss.
Questions? Okay, then see you يا شباب. Take care.
You too, Miss.
Bye bye.